Blood shadows over Chen village. One of the Qing Dynasty's four great strange cases. The winter wind cut through the bare branches like the whisper of a blade. Snow lay in broken patches across the fields, and the smoke from a few surviving chimneys curled into a sky the color of iron. It was here, in the remote Chen family village of northern China, that a horror unlike any other would unfold, so shocking that it would be remembered as one of the four great strange cases of the Qing Dynasty. The first to discover it was an old shepherd named Liu. At dawn, as he passed by the Chen family compound, he noticed the gate swinging open, creaking in the wind. Curious and uneasy, he stepped inside. What met his eyes froze him where he stood. The snow in the courtyard was not white, but stained a dull brown, as though the earth itself had bled. Chickens lay dead in the corner, their feathers matted. And in the main hall, the Chen family, men, women, and children, lay scattered, motionless. Some had fallen where they had stood, others slumped over tables or in doorways. No one had survived. The village alarm was raised, and word traveled swiftly to the county yamen. Magistrate Xu arrived before noon, flanked by constables. His expression was grim, his breath fogging the cold air. He ordered the area sealed off and the bodies examined. The Chen patriarch, Chen Shun, had been a respected landowner, wealthy enough to hire laborers, yet known for a certain arrogance. The magistrate's first thought was robbery, but as the coroner reported the wounds, the theory faltered. Most of the victims bore no defensive injuries, no signs of struggle. The deaths had been sudden, delivered with a single precise blow to the neck or head. The killer, or killers, had been swift, practiced, and utterly merciless. Constables fanned out to question the villagers. It was then that an old widow claimed to have seen two strangers passing through the area the night before, carrying bundles wrapped in cloth. They walked fast, not speaking, and one appeared to limp. But another witness, a young farmhand, swore that he had heard quarrels from the Chen household days earlier, the voices not of strangers but of relatives. He mentioned Chen Shun's younger brother, Chen Wu, who had long resented his elder's control over the family's land and wealth. Magistrate Xu summoned Chen Wu at once. The man arrived shivering, not from the cold, but from the weight of suspicion. His answers were halting, his eyes avoiding the magistrate's gaze. Yet when pressed, he claimed he had been away visiting a cousin in another village on the night of the murders. Two men vouched for him, though their nervous demeanor did little to strengthen the alibi. The investigation deepened. Constables searched the Chen property and uncovered something curious. In the storage shed, beneath sacks of grain, they found a small lacquered box containing silver taels and a strip of cloth stained with blood. The cloth did not match any clothing found on the victims. It seemed to belong to someone else entirely. As the days passed, the pressure grew. Rumors spread through the village that Chen Wu had hired killers, that bandits had mistaken the Chen home for another, that the murders were revenge for some unspoken sin. Then came the breakthrough. A traveling peddler, detained for questioning on another matter, confessed that he had sold food to two men near the river crossing 2 nights before the massacre. One of them, he said, had a deep scar across his cheek. This matched the widow's description of one of the strangers. When the constables traced their path, they found the stranger's hideout in a ruined temple. Inside were items taken from the Chen home, a silver hairpin, a child's toy, and several of Chen Shun's ledgers. More damning still, one of the men, captured after a brief struggle, admitted they had been hired. But the name of their employer slipped through like water in sand. They claimed they had never met him in person, only received payment through a messenger. The trial became a spectacle. Crowds gathered daily at the Yamen gates, whispering theories, cursing the guilty, pitying the dead. Chen Wu sat in the dock, his face pale but composed, while the captured killers recounted their deeds in chilling detail. The magistrate's mind was torn. There was enough circumstantial evidence to condemn Chen Wu, but no direct proof. And yet, in those days, justice was as much about appeasing the living as honoring the dead. The court's decision would ripple through the province. In the end, both hired killers were executed by beheading. As for Chen Wu, the magistrate, perhaps fearing unrest, sentenced him to exile in the far northern borderlands. Officially, his guilt was unproven but undeniable. Years later, travelers claimed they saw him living in poverty, staring often at the horizon as though waiting for a shadow to step out of the snow. The Chen family village never truly recovered. The compound where the massacre took place was abandoned, left to rot in silence. Some say on cold winter nights, the wind carries faint voices from the empty halls, soft, urgent, like a family calling each other for supper. Yet no one is there. The case remains unsolved in spirit, if not in law, a reminder that beneath the order of the Qing Empire, shadows moved freely, and justice could be as elusive as breath on a winter morning.